Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the show at Rise Up Show with me, your host, the Queen Bee, Dani. How are you feeling? As we chat this morning to the devilishly handsome, the fabulously wonderful, the incredibly knowledgeable Mr. Fidelbo Hill, the modern man. Good morning. Jodie Salt, good morning. Babna Reddy, good morning. Elise Woodbine, good morning. The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon, good morning, sir.
Shut up, for f***'s sake. Jesus.
The fantastic Lizzie Jackson Barrett, good morning. Josephine Sandra, everybody, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Shaky bums. It's Friday. Welcome to the show Rise Up Show this morning. I have been backstage. I've just been talking to the lovely Nina Spencer, who's joining us this morning. And she was saying that she was feeling a little bit nervous. She's not done this sort of thing before. And so we was having a little smudge backstage. And my Palo Santo brought out the big guns, brought out some Palo Santo like this. Hey, Nina, check this out. I've lit my brand new candle. Lord, she's getting all woo back here. I've lit my brand new candle. This is from Psychic Tree. I don't know how this week, but all of a sudden, I suddenly got a little bit influencery in that I've been talking to you about the stuff that I've been buying, talking to you about the places that I've been going, the gifts that I've been getting, all of that sort of stuff. But this lot is from a place called Psychic Tree. Now, a bit back, I told you guys about the stuff that I have on my desk to keep me intentional, right? To remind me of the eyes on the prize and all that sort of stuff. Now then, I got these little buggers. Can you see? They're little hands, little plaster of Paris hands, and they're like this. And it's for like receiving and forgiving as well. So they're not just like grabbing money, they're giving it as well. And they were like a couple of quid. And I stumbled across them at this shop, this online shop called the Psychic Tree. So every now and again, if I feel compelled, I go and have a little look and go and see what's on there. So the other day, I got some, a little bag of crystals, I like a little crystal. And I got a couple of candles now. I got this one. This is my positivity candle. I put my positive pants on this Friday, you lot. I've got a lot to do today. Before we kind of shop, I guess, for the weekend. But also, in this positivity candle, it's got some fluorite as well, which apparently is really good for like calming anxiety and all of this sort of stuff. And I got this one as well. This one smells lovely. This is citrine. Well, it's got citrine in it. And then this is success. A candle for success. So apparently, if I like these things, we're going to be dead positive. And if we burn the Palo Santo, this apparently all works on vibrations, you guys. I've become a scientist in these things of late. You know I haven't. I'm doing it because if it works, it's brilliant. And if it doesn't, then I'm reminded. So this is Palo Santo, which apparently gets rid of all of the negative vibes. Like, we don't want no negative vibes here this Friday, you lot. And they're not allowed. I'm smudging them all away for you today. I've got you back. If you've tuned in today and you think, oh, do you know what? I feel a bit sluggish for a Friday. Get on in here and have a cuddle. Because between me and Nina A. Spencer this morning, we're going to alleviate all of your worries. We're going to get our positive pants on today. We're going to smudge away any negative vibes. See you later, negative Nellies. Come on in, positive Pamelas. You're welcome. Get on in here for a cuddle today. How are we feeling? Are we good? I did tell you this week, well, I told you this time last week, that we are going to be taking a break from the show. And it's not a case of it's not you, it's me, or it's not me, it's you. I want to make sure that I am bringing you the very best possible content I possibly can. And every so often, I like to have a little review, recheck, refresh of everything that it is that I'm doing. So our last show for 2 weeks is going to be a week today. A week today, we are taking the show Rise Up Show off air. I am scared. Also excited because I also have a whole plan for what we're going to create on the other side. So I will be bringing you more details of that in the weeks to come. Do stay in the IATQB Hive if you haven't already. We're going to be doing some community stuff in there, bringing new people in, and also getting people to follow me on the Instagram. We are less than 100 away now from that 4K mark, which is just awesome. I'm so excited. So yeah, one of the things that we'll be doing in one of the 5-minute segments. This is exciting. Pixie, all good here. Last day on the Muggle job before a birthday trip to Manchester, a week off, and exciting business news going soon. I love it. Come and tell us about that. Please do come and share that in the Hive when you're ready to. That's really, really exciting. One of the other things that I got from the psychic tree, talking about smudgy, is this. Now then, look at my face. This face would denote that, yes, indeed, this actually fucking stinks. It's horrible. So this is meant to be, it's a sage stick, and apparently this is a small sage stick. So God knows what a big sage stick. Well, no, look at Nina's face, like backstage. This is a small sage stick, but it's meant to be sage and lavender. So it doesn't look like any sage I've ever used before. But apparently this is sage and lavender, but it smells horrible. It doesn't smell so bad once it's burning, but it's dead crumbly. So, I mean, I don't know how good it is energetically or not. Those of you that are woo will be able to tell me more, but it absolutely chuffing stinks. I wonder if it's like medicine, where the worse the medicine tastes, the better it is for you. I wonder if it's like that. I'm hoping it is. But yeah, there'll be a little 5-minute segment on the new show in 3 weeks' time, where we will be pulling cards. So I have asked out in the Hive for not pulling tarot cards. I'm not reading anybody's future. I'm not suddenly turning into Mystic Meg. But as we know, one of the behaviors of successful people is journaling and visualization and affirmation. And sometimes when you're new to that, that's a little bit difficult. So we're going to have a 5-minute segment in every show where we will be showcasing a card deck, hopefully as many as possible from people from this community, because I know that lots of you in this community have created journal decks, oracle cards, all of this sort of stuff. So if you know anybody that you're connected to that has one of these, that has created one of these, please do let me know in the Hive. There is a thread for recommendations, and then Monday to Friday each week we'll be using a new deck to assist with your journaling should you require it. So a little bit of something to look forward to. Loads of stuff going on. We've got such a wonderful lineup queued up for you on our return. Everybody from really high-flying entrepreneurs to people just starting out to celebrities and everyone in between. Super, super, super exciting. Speaking of celebrities, today's guest is she was like, what? Today's guest is soon to be a celebrity in her own right. She is going to be taking to the Be Inspired stage in September, and I'm really excited about sharing this next part of her journey with you all. So please welcome to the show the very glorious, if a little nervous, so you've got to be nice, you lot. I want to see loads of love in these comments. The fabulous, beautiful member of the IATQB community, Nina A. Spencer. Good morning.
Morning. I'm doing my power pose. Get rid of that.
This. She's been a great student of the Be Heard process so far. You've been on the course now, haven't you? We've been 5 weeks already.
I know. I can't believe it. It's gone so quick.
It has. It has.
Last week, this week was amazing though. This week was like light bulbs.
Yeah, this week
I've just wrote on my hands. Some cheeks on my hands.
I love it. And we're not going to let anybody on the outside know what those little cheats are. Like, they are secret speaker secrets that you're going to only learn if you come and pop behind the curtain with me on Be Heard. So, Nina, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know that your foray into the online world particularly is pretty new to you, isn't it?
It is live with my face like out here speaking.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I've been blogging for 12 years, so I've been hidden behind a keyboard. But yeah, going like live, doing shows like this and things like that is proper new. I used to work backstage at an entertainment company, and I couldn't even call bingo numbers. I was hidden in a box, and I was like, no, can't do it, no.
But you're here and you're doing it and you're slaying dragons as we speak. I'm so proud of you. But Nina, tell us a little bit about what you do, because when we did the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker challenge a couple of months ago, and we take everybody through like an introduction to, you know, what their fears are around speaking. And then we set little challenges, little teachers. And actually, because I didn't really know you before that point.
No.
We didn't really know each other. We're very new to each other's worlds. And when you started to share the great stuff that you teach within your community, and obviously the things that you've been blogging about over the years and what have you, there were real light bulb moments going off for me. Tell us a little bit more about what it is that you do.
Okay, so in speaking
I'm not
mode,
testing
I am.
yet.
No, but so I'm trying to practice. I'm Nina Spencer, or Nina A. Spencer, because Nina Spencer was already taken. The mum edit coach. I'm new to the coaching world. As I say, I've been blogging for 12 years. I'm now trying to build a community, and I'm starting to coach mums to just live less overwhelmed and start living more fulfilled and get rid of that mum guilt. You know, it's so hard for mums, like especially at the moment, I think. And I know dads too find it hard, but I think mums in particular have found the past like year and a half really like hard on them. You know, they've had to deal with the homeschool and the home learning, you know, homework, all the chores for that. And if they've got a business on top of that, you know, it's just so hard for them to get rid of that overwhelm. So
sorry, go on.
No, you're all right, go.
I was just going to say, as a primary caregiver, every single role that we have suddenly got amplified.
Yes.
So the work got amplified. We had to turn the volume on that up, especially if you were a business owner. The work that we have to do in terms of parenting our kids got amplified, because all of a sudden we don't have any loco parentis anymore. There's no escape. So from a parenting point of view, you suddenly become teacher, which is something that I'm not qualified to do, along with, you know, the majority of the rest of the parenting population. You know, they go to school for a reason, and that's because there are people that are better trained in order to teach than that. But then even from a you know, from if you have a partner, from a partner point of view, that got amplified. Everything got put under the microscope or put under the cosh for the past 18 months now. So overwhelm is a huge part of now our everyday life, and lots of people are tired. Are you find that in your community?
I mean, I get I've already suffered from anxiety in the past anyway, so I know the anxious thoughts, the flight or fight, you know, response that everybody's living under at the moment, or have been over the past 18 months. And when lockdown hit, I actually felt a lot better. It's like I could control things better. And so I learned different ways to like breathe and deal with my stressors before putting them on the kids. Yes, there was shouting. Yes, there was like, I can't do this at work anymore. Because I took my kids out the year before, actually, when I felt guilty because I'd been ill with a life-threatening pregnancy complication, and I felt really guilty for the bigger. I've got 2 sets of twins, so I was
just going to say, we need to, like, from an overwhelm perspective, you know, a thing or two about overwhelm, especially when it comes. So I know we're talking to parents, and huge love to those of you that you know, maybe aren't able to be parents or choose not to be parents, but we're definitely talking about that parenting overwhelm today, because it is real, and it is something that we experience. And having 2 sets of twins, Nina, like, you know, a thing. I mean, God, you're a hero.
People often say, how do you do it? And I'm like, I just do it. You know, I don't have any like magic secret, but actually, I do. I've put things in my life to get me through A to B, because I'd be on a floor. In fact, I have been on the floor, like ringing my mum, 2 babies crying, like, I can't do it. All 3 of us then crying, and then my mum having to come and like rescue us. So there've been moments where I just can't do it, and so
having somebody to call is even if, like, say for the example, in the state of a pandemic, that person maybe can't come around, but it does take a village to raise a mum, not just a village to raise a kid. Like when we talk, and I know that the work you do with regards to coaching parents and primary caregivers like you do, that it does take a village. We can't do these things on our own, even if it's from an emotional point of view. Having somebody to pick up the phone to, or being part of a community when you're in that particular place, is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'm lucky that I've got like a good group of friends as well. And so when the pandemic hit, like they were on speed dial almost, like,
right.
Talking me through like each step because of my anxiety and how my brain's wired to, like, I need to know the next step, but nobody knew the next step. But they managed to calm me, and like then I created my own next step. So when the schools got closed, I actually made a chart that said, my kids, I can't see them going back till September. So we made a chart and ticked it off every day, like in different colours. So I knew, like, if I needed to take control of this situation. And that's what my coaching and my community is all about, is mums taking control of their own, like, overwhelmed. Don't blame it on outside. Outside sources are a big thing, but don't blame it on the outside all the time. Take control of it and do something about those little niggles that push you over the edge some days.
And this is, we've inadvertently talked about this a couple of times in the last few weeks about, or dare I say it, and for those of you that are very, very much struggling, obviously there will be a necessary interventions required, but there is a degree of, like you say, taking responsibility. I remember being sat in the car that time when all my life had gone to shit, and realised that I was the common denominator in all of my failings. Equally, I am the common denominator in all of my successes, and all of them were a choice. At some point or other, there was either a decision to stay, a decision to leave, a decision to change, a decision to grow. All of them involved a decision in which I was complicit. And I think, that's what we're saying here, isn't it? That when you allow yourself to take power back, when you become complicit in your reactions.
Yeah. I mean, so many times I've said, I can't do it. It's because of the kids. I can't do it because of. And it's not because of, other than because of the way I'm feeling or the way I'm acting a certain way. I'm not lazy, but there was times when I could be buried over a laundry mountain. Because I just couldn't face it. But now I've learned to do things like on a daily basis so that I don't get overwhelmed by it. And then if something hits, it's not as overwhelming to get back into that role of being okay again. So you do have to take control at some point. Otherwise, they say that nobody's going to help you but yourself. And it is true. I know with mental health, that's a bit another step. You can't do it all by yourself, but there is an element of, you have to be ready. You have to do that work. Somebody isn't going to wave that magic wand.
Often we sit around waiting, and it was again a stark reminder. We're sitting and waiting for the cavalry to come, and even though we said, like, just a few minutes previously, it does take a village to raise a parent as much as it does to raise a child. But if you sit and wait for the cavalry to come, the cavalry won't suddenly appear. So there is a degree of responsibility, I guess, in the asking of help, and in the people. If you know somebody, just as an aside, if you know somebody and you're watching at home who suffers with their mental health, and you know that they suffer with their mental health, or you know that they have anxiety or what have you, sometimes that person might not know to reach out as well. So I think it takes a community, both inside out and outside in, to make sure that we do stay safe as parents.
Yeah, exactly. It's so difficult as well to realise that that's what you need. And I think that's why communities like mine, like yours, like other people's is so important to trigger that. Yeah, I do need to do this myself. I do need to get up off my bum and like do something. I can't just sit here all my life or, you know, all day, because, you know, washing will build up. The piles in the sink will build up, or yeah.
So how do you specifically help people now in this field? So I know you're embarking on this journey, and it's already started. You've already taken the steps. You've already building your community. But how do you help people with this?
So at the moment, I'm rolling with a summer. It's called the Summer Groove. It's a like a challenge.
I like the sound of that. The Summer Groove.
And it's about getting out of stop being ground down by the things that happen and start creating your own groove. So it can be the groove, or it can be a groove in.
So just like a vinyl record with a groove, then that makes the music happen, right?
Yeah. And it came about because I was talking about kitchen discos, and, you know, like, you need to shake it off sometimes in the kitchen to get rid of the anger or the frustration.
Yeah, because we can't run anywhere. Yeah. You've got two sets of twins. You can't just down tools and run off, go and run it out. We're going to have a boogie in the kitchen sometimes.
Yeah. Or go outside and breathe. That's my good one.
Yeah, and this was a really great concept, actually. It's so simple when you say it, but actually when you do it, it makes a massive difference. And I've implemented this every single day since you said, and it's made a huge difference to my life.
Please
tell us this dead easy thing. It's ridiculous. Like when you hear this, you'll go,
well, I'll do that. Yeah. Just go outside, take a breath. Don't take your phone with you. Just go outside. Make a cup of tea if you want. Hold it like a hug. Hold it like a hug. Go outside, take a deep breath, and release. I'm not a meditation guru. I'm not a yoga teacher. But that's helped me no end. Going outside first thing in the morning with my cuppa, rain or shine. I find a little shelter.
Even in the rain.
Yeah. I've been known to like don a cagoule or something, go outside, and just take a deep breath. The kids can be up. It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't. You don't have to get.
You're
up
only
at
outside the door. I mean, it's not a radical change to your routine. It's literally, instead of having your brew and pottering around the house, it's actually just taking that time. And you know, if you don't want to stand there hugging yourself, it's like saying, this is my 3 minutes, or this is my 2 minutes, 120 seconds. It's okay. No, as long as everybody's safe, you're all safe. You're locked where you need to be locked. Put
CBeebies on.
Give it. It's okay. This is okay screen time. Completely okay screen time for 3 to 5 minutes, even with hugging your brew and standing outside. And it has made such a difference to my mornings, having that stillness and that, not even thinking about anything, not checking my phone.
No.
First couple of times, it felt like I needed to be somewhere, and I felt a bit guilty just stood there. You know, I was like, "Oh God, what am I standing here for?" I need to go check my phone. And then I was like, you have to like have a little fight with yourself, and then allow it to settle. And then for the next minute or so, you're just good, and it feels good. And then that then spills out into how the rest of your school run goes, even.
Yeah, it really does. I know when I've not done it, it's like I can feel the angst building. And I'm not saying school runs are like smooth and calm. They're not. But it helps you not fight those like niggles of the day. Not
become a little bit more patient, I guess.
Yeah, not get ground up by the where's your shoes? It's like, where's your shoes? Where's your shoes? Where's your shoes? And then they find
that's just 10 times for your shoes.
Yeah.
Pixie's just said, I love this. I just told myself I need to leave my phone behind when I go to the toilet at least twice a day. Like we do, we're always connected to them. They're always here. Like you can enjoy that wee. Like just enjoy it. It's good, especially if you really need a wee. Like enjoy that feeling. Distract yourself
I love Becky said permission to prioritize yourself. That is exactly what it is. I'm talking to Becky actually in the community later. I can't wait to talk to Becky.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah, I love the her mission
with the games.
Yeah,
it
ties in really well with my getting in the groove with your family and the home and life. Yeah.
So just as an FYI for those people who don't know, Becky Plank, just along the bottom here, is on a mission to help and provide families with opportunities to have games nights, like bringing back games nights for families. The nights when we play games in the house, I mean, they're few and far between, but the girls always remember the nights that we do. So even if God forbid, like we've only done 3 in the last 12 months, like where we sat down and played games. You think in lockdown we will play more games, but actual proper games nights where you sit down with a game and read the instructions and play the game, like actually there's a huge connection. The kids always remember it, and creating that time for a family as well is important.
We got Uno during lockdown, and because the kids are that age now where they can work it out, so they loved it. 9-year-olds. The oldest 2 are 9, so they loved it. And
we get competitive over Uno in our house.
Yeah.
I mean, like fights can break. I mean, I created 3 girls in my image, so you can imagine, like, there's a lot of fire that happens in this house. And so Monopoly, the table gets lifted, so there's often a lot of I'm not playing anymore. But Uno is the one actually they get quite competitive over, but it's the one that they like to play, and it's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, we have to keep playing till till each of them have won.
You'll be there a long time. It's like, it's not games night, it's games day.
Yeah. So it's been good to get the games back in the family.
Pixie's just saying here, I don't even stop working in the bath. What a waste of bath bombs and bubbles. I answer the phone in the shower before now. I don't even have children. It's like a Pixie. No, stop it.
Go outside, take a breath.
That's it. You're gonna have to have a holder outside of the bathroom. You're not allowed inside your bathroom with your phone anymore. That's it. Self-care only in the bathroom.
Your bathroom.
That's it. Like, make
so it doesn't work.
Make it like a cocoon. No Wi-Fi can get in anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So Nina, you in this sort of survival, I guess, in this sort of incredible learning journey that you've been on for yourself, and you now created the group to go on helping other people. How do you see that growing in the future?
I'd like to reach as many women as I can. This Summer Groove will lead on to the Grind to Groove, which is my signature coaching package. That's going to hopefully reach as many mums as it can to start creating rhythms for their day. Take more time for self-care. There's a big part of the program that is all about self-care before you even get onto the bits that you need to release the overwhelm in the house or in your family. So it's I just want to reach as many mums as I can and build that community, because like you say, it does take a community to build a mum, to raise a child. And I think a lot of us now don't live where our parents are, or live, where we know the neighbours. We can't just sit over the garden fence and talk anymore. So
also, can you just watch these whilst I do that?
Yeah.
I remember that being, we grew up on a cul-de-sac in Preston, and the great thing about the cul-de-sac is that everybody moved in around the same time with kids around the same age. So there was a whole sort of generation from maybe age 4 years old up to maybe 12, 13, and we all grew up together like this. But this was the kind of place where you could play out on the street. You couldn't get away with anything because somebody's mum was watching outside the window.
Yeah.
We don't have that as much anymore, I don't think. And the closest we can get is from an emotional point of view, certainly, are groups like yours.
Yeah. I mean, I live in it's classed as a market town, but it's more like a village. So I do, and I've lived here all my life, apart from summer seasons when I've nipped off to Skegness or something.
Yeah.
But so I know a lot of people in my village, and they know my kids, but until I had children of my own, I didn't really have any friends here that I can say, like, link arms with.
They're a great connector, aren't they? They're a great connector if you're feeling a bit isolated. People are more inclined to help.
And you can put them. You sort of hide behind them as a mum. I think you could take them places, and you don't feel as insecure, I suppose, that you're a mum. So I get it.
So you can ask about wipes, so you can ask about nappies
because I'm a mum.
You look incredible. So he's paying you dividends, bless you. I look dishevelled because I'm a lazy shite a lot of the time. Nothing to do with being a mum. So you're going to be speaking on the Be Inspired stage in September, which is very, very exciting. We've yet to really start work on specifics like around your talk, but have you got an idea about what you want to bring to that stage in September?
I'm all discombobulated.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favourite words.
So I'm a mum to 2 sets of twins, but when I had the second set, I suffered a life-threatening pregnancy complication. Right. And I spent a month in hospital, no family there. Well, my husband was there. I was lucky enough he was able to stay, but my older twins were then at home, left with my mum. And this pregnancy complication was that rare that there was nobody to talk to about it.
Right.
So I actually found comfort, again, in the internet, on Instagram. I found one lady in America that had it, wrote about it, and then had made me feel better that she got through it so I can get through it. Because the complications, when the surgeon came in, were like the blood drained from my face. It was like that that diagnosis that you see on the telly that you can't take anything in and it's all numb and then life thrashes before you. It was a bit like that. It was horrid. So I think that's my main. Although I'm passionate about getting mums back into feeling less overwhelmed and start living a more passionate life. That complication, it's placenta accreta or percreta, is something that I'm also passionate about, and raising awareness and raising money if I can for the Sheffield Hospitals Trust, because that's where I had my operation, and they saved my life in so many ways. In fact, it was the anaesthetist there that said, as I went down, she went, "Don't forget, when you come out, when you wake up, breathe." And she changed my life, and has now changed your life, and hopefully the rest of the community. So that is my passion behind wanting to live more fulfilled, because at that point where you face death, it's you don't want to live in overwhelm anymore. You don't want to live so that your kids aren't having the best of you, or that you're missing so much of their life that it's
it brings into stark focus just what it is that's important to you, isn't it? We was talking the other week, I think we was talking to Rachel Rosell about nobody on the deathbed thinks, "Oh, I wish I should have made more work phone calls." No one has that as a regret. "I wish I'd have worked harder." When it all comes to the end, they want to say, "I wish I'd have spent more time with my family. I wish I'd have laughed more. I wish I'd have found more space to understand things more." And that's what you help people do. You help people spend better time with their kids whilst their kids are small, whilst their kids are growing up. And I just think what an incredible legacy to begin creating for yourself as well. So not only for you and for your kids, but for the mums that you come into contact with. And what an incredible journey, and what an honor it is for me to be here with you, near to the beginning of it, and to see where you take it. It's going to be a ride, Nina. Hey, Spencer, are you buckled up and ready?
I am.
I love it. So Nina's going to be speaking on the Be Inspired stage at the end of September, beginning of October. Tickets are still on sale. They are now on sale. You can either watch in the room where it happens, or you can watch over Zoom, just like we did last time. It's very, very exciting. Nina, if you've got your affiliate link and you want to bob it on there, please feel free to share it in the comments here, as well as any links to the Summer Groove and also to your Facebook group as well. But thank you so much for coming on to the show this morning to speak with us.
Dani, for having me. It's got rid of those nerves, I think.
You did it as a first trot out. You absolutely smashed it. Give us some love in the comments, you guys. Nina A. Spencer, go and check her out. Pop the links in the comments on the live, Nina, and I'll speak to you backstage. That was Nina Spencer wrapping out this week here on the show at Rise Up Show. We've got a show all week next week, 9:30 every single day. Then we are taking 2 weeks off. 2 whole weeks. The show will cease in its current format. We're having a rebrand, a refresh, a rejuvenate as we move on into the summer together. Really, really excited about everything that is to come. During those 2 weeks, I will be running the Summer Swarm. So there are spaces left in Glasgow, Manchester, London, and Birmingham. If you have not got your ticket already, get yourself and you want to work on your strategy. Here's the important thing. This is not just a hangout. This is where you're going to get my eyes on your business for the whole day. We're going to be creating plans around product suites. We're going to be creating plans around, your launch plans, what's going on around that for you guys if you have your own business, or if you want to come and work on from a personal development point of view, because life is business and business is life. We're going to be looking at your strategies for life and business for the next part of this year on into 2022. That is the Summer Swarm strategy sessions. They are taking place the week after next. If you want to get a ticket, get on into the Hive or get into my inbox and make yourselves known. There are only a couple of spaces left before we close the doors. Manchester, Glasgow, Birmingham, and London. There's only a couple of spaces left in each of those. So if you do want a space, do please give me a shout. All right, my loves, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Look at my Pride nails. I'm going to be doing a post specifically around Pride or Pride Month and my position and place within that as well in just a little while. So keep peepers peeled for that. I'm just waiting on a delivery of some more rainbow appendages because you know what I mean. We've got to put a good rainbow graphic up for a Pride celebration, and it is indeed a celebratory post. Keep your peepers peeled on Instagram at the Queen Bee Dani later on for that. We are almost at. I'm going to check. In fact, whilst we are together, because I need your help, you lot. I need your help. We are currently at 3,910 followers on Instagram. Look, you can't see 3,910 followers on Facebook. We are 90 away from that 4K. I would just bloody love it if we could do that by the end of today. Please, please do share us a little bit on the Insta if you are there. Tell your friends about IATQB and the Queen Bee Dani and everything that we get up to and bring people in to this world, because the more people are in here, the more we can help each other show up, wise up and rise up. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. I love you. I'll see you on Monday. Tra.